Hello and welcome back to Dragon Quest XI. When we last left off, we got here. The reincarnation of the Luminary. Lord tries his hardest to sleep, but he's too confused by everything he's learned and excited about his coming trip. Eventually. Having trouble sleeping, are we? Well, it's no surprise after all the excitement today. And your big news. Whenever I have trouble nodding off, I like to go for a little walk. Night air always does me a power. So we're gonna have a. Don't know where we're going. There's cheese and bread on the table. Let's see what trouble we can get ourselves into. That isn't, mucking about with the chickens. Let's see. I want what's on top of the house. Oh, I mean, of course it's the middle of the night. I don't know why it wouldn't be locked. Actually, I'd be concerned if it wasn't. Okay. So that door is going to come in handy later. Well, rather, not so much come in handy, it's going to become, uh, we're gonna run into what the issue with that door is later. I distinctly remember there being something over here. But I don't know if that's now or if that's later. Um, but you do. I want that sparkly. I can't have it right now, but I want it. And don't herb. Go back down the hill. Let's see what's going on in Kai, and there's Gemma. There's Gemma.
Oh, can't sleep either, eh? You remember this tree, don't you? I got my scarf stuck in it all those years ago. There I was, crying like mad, and there you were, running round trying to help me get it down. Some things never change, eh?
Yeah, that's right.
You know, I always imagined we'd spend our whole lives right here in Cobblestone. That's why I was so surprised by what your mum said today. All that stuff about you being the Luminary, that reincarnation thing. I remember the story my granddad told me. Once upon a time, long, long ago, the world was terrorized by a horrible monster. But then the Luminary appeared and saved the day. When it was all over, the Luminary turned into a star. And he's been watching over us from up in the heavens ever since.
I don't know if that's the case.
That's his star, right there. How can you be the Luminary too? I just don't get it.
Reincarnation.
That's what you're going to Heliodor to find out. I understand, really I do. Listen, we should both be getting back. Everyone will be wondering where we've got to.
It's a small town. People talk. You don't want that kind of gossip going on.
Goodbye, old friend.
You make it sound like I'm never coming back. Emma, what? I... Eh,
Well, just look at you. You don't scrub up too bad, you know. Only wish your grandfather were here to see you.
well, you
You
know.
won't forget him, will you? He was a fine, upstanding man, the pride of the village. You could do worse than try to be like him. Well, however you turn out, I'm sure you'll find a way to overcome whatever lies ahead. A mother knows these things. Oh, by the way, I've popped a little money I'd saved for a rainy day in your pack. Don't spend it all at once. Why don't you visit the village shop before you head off to Heliodor? You'll need some supplies for your big adventure. But don't take too long. The whole village is turning out to wave you off.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, downhill across the river. Actually, we'll redo that, though. I heard all about it from your mother. She said there's an important journey you have to make, and you're just a youngster. Well, before you head off, make sure to visit the shop. You know where it is, of course, down the slope, across the river. Once you've stocked up, head to the village entrance to the north. We'll all be waiting to see you off. Yep. Have a quest. Deary, deary me, what am I gonna do? Oh, if it isn't young Lorik, you came along just at the right time. I've got a favor to ask, you see? The other day I was playing with my lad, you know, messing around as you do. Well, anyway, he's got this flurry feather that he loves, and, well, fool that I am, I managed to let it blow away. Luckily, the wind only blew it as far as the roof of your shed. I'd go and get it myself, but I'm not too good with heights, I'm afraid. Anyway, I know you're a brave young fellow, so I was wondering if you'd mind clambering up there and getting it back. You'd be doing me a huge favor, I'm telling you. Absolutely. I knew you'd help out. You always paid attention to what the priest said in church. You know, that stuff about always being kind to others. You're a fine fellow and no mistake. Now, there's no time to lose. My son's desperate to get his beloved feather back. Hurry on over to your shed. I'm sure you've climbed onto your fair share of roofs, but just find something to clamber onto and press B to jump up there. Once you found that flurry feather, bring it back here and I'll see if I can't give you a little something in return. Best of luck. People's friend. Okay. Oh, uh-oh. Not only do we have a flurry feather, we have a chest. What's in the chest? Ooh, 50 gold. Down we go. I think this is the first game you're allowed to jump in. There you are, Lurk, and it looks like you've gotten the feather. Absolutely. Thanks, I knew you wouldn't let me down. I can't wait to see the look on my boy's face. Oh, and before I forget, here's a little something in return. And that's not all. I've got a tip for you I hope you'll find useful. You ever want to do something someone a good turn, look for a purple speech bubble over their head. Listen to what they say and see if you can do anything to help. Always pays to be kind to others. But don't feel that just because someone shared their woes with you, you have to help them right away. You can always come back when you want a little change of pace or not sure what to do next. Anyway, thanks again, Lorik. I really owe you one. Now, just remember, whatever's waiting for you up ahead, be kind to others and you'll do just fine. You return the flurry feather to the man of the... Yep. Okay. Also, because this is the case, we can get this. Pink pine. Is there anything else we can get? Doesn't look it. So down to the village shop we go. Hello, ma'am. So you're leaving good old Cobblestone, are you? Well, make sure you've got all the essentials before you set off. Welcome, valued customer. How can I serve you? What would you... How much? Oh, I've got a decent amount of money. We'll get 7 of those. Put them in the item bag. Get 3 of those. Put those in the item bag. Got enough to get a pot lid. Yes, please. And we're not gonna buy anything else. Alright. We'll call that good. Oh, poor Gemma. She just can't stop crying, but she said she'd put on a brave face to say goodbye to you. Whoops, I wasn't meant to tell you that. The first time I played through this, I named my character Sparkle. And it crops up in the most absurd way. I really wish... So this is it. My little soldier's really leaving. You might not be back for a while. Oh. Let's go say bye to everybody. Just quick chat with everybody. I don't know much about fighting, but I've heard that the best way to get big and strong is to wallop lots of monsters and build your experience. But if you realize you've picked a fight with a monster that's tougher than you, there's no shame in running away. I can't believe you're leaving us so soon. Well, make sure you stock up on items and weapons for the journey. Oh, and remember, there's no point in carrying equipment around with you. Just carrying equipment around with you. Make sure you equip it. I heard you're going all the way to Heliodor. Can I come with you? Please? Please? Fine. I suppose I'm a bit young still. Well, be careful. It's a long journey. My dad says you have to head north and just keep going. And he says it's full of all kinds of people. Way more than you see in Cobblestone. I can't wait to grow up and see it for myself. Just because you're setting out on a journey doesn't mean you can't pop home for a visit whenever you like. If you ever get hurt or you're in need of rest, there's no place like home. That's what I always say. I'm sure your comfy old bed will always be waiting for you. I don't want to say it, but it has to be said. That, bit on the nose, that one. Let's go say goodbye to the big muscle man. Oh, here's some advice from one bloke to another. Keep your mind on the job. No matter how fierce the fighting gets, you gotta stay focused. The more you get walloped, the more focused you'll get. And before you know it, you'll be all pepped up. Then you'll really be full of beans. When you're pepped up, you'll be stronger, faster, better at everything. There ain't another feeling like it. Go on, my son. Get out there and pep yourself silly. Combat advice. Before you head off, you really should have a quick pray. With all those monsters out there, you'll be wanting some protection from a higher power. And if you make a quick record of your adventure, you'll be miraculously whisked back to the church where you made it if you happen to become a cropper. It's not bad advice, but you actually really want to avoid that. Mostly because it's expensive. Hello, man. Ooh, just look at you. You look just like Chalky did at your age. I'll never forget the day he set off to explore the world. Now here you are, following in his footsteps. Not everybody has anything good to say. We should go see Gemma. Who I think lives here? Who does not live here? I don't remember where Gemma lives, and I can't go in there. Wait, I think she's your neighbor? She doesn't live super far from you, if I'm remembering right. Oh! There's a book called The Tour of the Horse, Equestrianism for Young and Old. Lower text shelf has, I'm not reading all of that. I'm sorry. Some books actually have really great uses. Some of them will teach you things. Some of them are just like that. Yeah, no, I genuinely don't remember where Gemma lives. There's another storage space. Well, somebody's house. And there are only so many houses, you know? Oh, sorry. Ah, there she is. Hi, Sandy. Oh, she's genuinely just not going to see you. And a chest. Gemma, I can see you in there. Okay. So since she's not going to see us, we're gonna hop over to the church just real quick to put down a save. So you are setting out into the world, my child. Perhaps a little prayer before you depart. How may our church assist you, faithful disciple? Confess to me all that you have done, child, that I might record it in an adventure log. Yeah, we'll put it right there. It never hurts to have a backup save. I tried not to save over. Yes. Be the chaos incarnate you were meant to be. And then leave the church. Okay, so we took care of all of that. We said goodbye to everybody. And now it's time to go.
One day you're just a little boy, the next you're getting ready to leave us. I only wish your grandfather could see what a fine young man you've become. To think, it's been so many years already since old Chalky found you floating since he brought you to Cobblestone. We never thought there was anything out of the ordinary about you. And now suddenly there's all this talk of luminaries of all things.
Of all things?
You know who the Luminary was, of course. A legendary hero who saved the world from a terrible darkness.
Yes.
We're supposed to believe that you're him reincarnated? I don't doubt old Chalky, of course, but it is a little hard to swallow, I must say.
It's not that hard to swallow.
When you meet the King of Heliodor, put in a good word for old Cobblestone, won't you, eh? If he finds out this is the village where the Luminary was raised, there might be something in it for us, if you catch my drift.
Sir.
Oh, you are terrible. Trust you to be thinking about what you can get out of it.
Oh, no, I'm only joking, of course. The very thought. Anyway, where was I?
Talking about putting in a good word.
Yes. Now, the fate that awaits you may well be one beyond anything we simple country folk can imagine. But you must allow us to offer what little assistance we can. Take this map of Erdrea with you. May it prove useful in finding your way.
And a horse.
And may this magnificent steed, the pride of Cobblestone, lighten your burden and speed you on your way. You'll find Heliodor easily enough. Just head north out of the village and follow your nose.
You travel safely now. Oh, you're such a good boy, such a good boy. You make us proud out there, won't you? And come back safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait! Here, take this with you. I made it for you.
Thank you, Gemma. Thank you.
It'll keep you safe. I heard there are lots of monsters where you're going. Be sure to keep it close, won't you?
Absolutely.
I don't know what's in store for you out there. But wherever you go and whoever you meet, Don't forget us, will you?
I will.
Take care. And remember, we'll be waiting for you.
Need a horse? Nay, bother. Horses are an incredibly convenient way to cover large amounts of ground in very little time, but you'll sometimes have to enter areas where that can only be explored on foot. Don't despair, though. A ring on one of the many summoning bells dotted across Erdrea will soon bring your faithful friend galloping back to your side. It's very useful. Actually... Ah, Lorik, there you are. The mayor asked me to teach you a thing or two about horses. And maps, too, for that matter. Now, you see this bell here? Well, if you give it a ring, a fine steed will gallop out of nowhere, just like that. Good to remember if your feet are getting sore. And what if you're lost as well as tired? Easy. Just press X to take a look at your map. What's more, pressing A once you're got your map open will allow you to access all sorts of useful information. I'm sure this is all written on the list of travelers tipped in your pack there, but you can't go for these things too often. So we're not gonna do a ton of fighting out here. I will do a tiny bit. That's not what I was trying to do. There we go. Doesn't hurt to get a little bit of experience. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to make it, like, the focus of the videos. But I do want to make sure that I do get into some fights. I may not do all of them. I may cut some of them out. There we go. Chimera Wing. Really, really useful. Chimera Wings are used to teleport. Unlike Phoenix Downs, which are not in this game, that is a Final Fantasy thing. But I will actually be cutting it soon, purely because we are getting a bit long. I do want to be able to get a decent amount of stuff in the videos. Without it being, you know, too much. We're gonna stop here, actually.
Oh, what have we here? I know a budding adventurer when I see one. It can be risky heading into the great outdoors if you aren't familiar with the basics of survival, you know. See the remains of that fire over there? Well, when you spy one of those, it means you can set up camp and rest your weary bones. To settle down for the night,
Just go up to the fire and examine it. You'll soon be enjoying a well-earned break. What's
Very
that?
useful.
You're worried about being attacked by monsters while you sleep? Oh, ye of little faith. That statue over there is chock full of holy powers that'll keep the beasties at bay for as long as you need.
Which is really useful because it's a good level, a good place to grind.
Oh, you can pray to it to be cured of poison and all kinds of other things. Think of it as a mini church. Anyway, enough of my yammering. Why don't you take a closer look at all this camping kit for yourself? You'll need to get used to what campsites look like and how to find them. After all, you'll be relying on them whenever you're out in the wilderness. It's like my old dad always said, keen campers can continue on where others can't. Be prepared. Well, that's all from me. If you have any camping-related queries, feel free to ask. I'm here all the time. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
And that is actually where we're going to call it. So I have been Dorkanaut. This has been Dragon Quest XI, and when we come back to it next time, we're gonna, I don't know, keep on our way to Heliodor. I might get some grinding in the meantime, but come see me again, won't you? Goodbye.